Today's video is sponsored by Squarespace. Oh my god, I'm covered in chills. That just made me malfunction. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Hannah, I'm your voice teacher. If you didn't have a voice teacher, now you have one. Sorry if you didn't want one, now you have one. You have no choice. And if you had one, now you have 2 or 3. How many voice teachers do you have? God, that's weird. Today, we're reacting to Olivia Rodrigo's NPR Tiny Desk concert. I freaking love these Tiny Desk concerts. She sang 4 songs, but today we're reacting to Traitor, which I think might be my favorite. I think it might be my favorite. Oh, I should say, for all of you, I changed my name on TikTok and Instagram. I'm no longer at your voice teacher. I am your voice teacher in my heart, and it is still my tagline. But on Instagram and TikTok, I am Hannah.Bales. This is important because I know that today was the day that you were going to go follow me on Instagram and TikTok. So you can find me, Hannah.Bales.
Brown guilty eyes and little white lies. Yeah, I played dumb, but I always knew.
I love it so much.
Talked to her, maybe did it even worse. I kept quiet so I could keep you. And ain't it funny how you ran to her the second that we called it quits? And ain't it funny how you said you were friends? Now it sure as hell don't look like it.
Okay, so the first thing I want to mention about this is that I just freaking love that it's a little bit more laid back. It's just her and her guitar. It's very simple. It's beautiful. She's doing a lot in her voice to kind of lay it back. And because we know this song, we know that she's going to get stronger later in the song. And right now she's keeping it really light. So there's a lot of air coming through her sound. She's also using a little bit of vocal fry. So it's right here. It sure as hell it. Instead of it sure as hell, she's leaning into these glottals. We have a lot of glottals, especially in English, where our vocal cords come immediately together. So I'm, am, we say them all the time. There's nothing wrong with them. She's emphasizing that glottal by leaning into it, and then it's turning into more of vocal fry versus just the start of that word. She says it here on ain't.
And ain't it funny?
Ain't it funny? She leans into that. And she's also throwing away the bottom note on funny. She's not making that perfect, and I think it fits with the song really well. Also, she wrote the song, so she gets to decide what you do there.
You betrayed me.
Oh, it's
I know
gorgeous.
that you'll never feel sorry for the way I hurt. Yeah, you talked to her when we were together. Loved you at your worst, but that didn't matter. It took you 2 weeks to go off and date her.
I'm sorry, perfection? Let's go back. So as she gets into her chorus, she starts adding more resistance to her sound, so she's mixing. And adding more resistance, that means at the beginning of the song, she was letting more air through her vocal cords, so there was less resistance. Vocal cords weren't coming together all the way, so some air was escaping. We hear that a lot in pop music, intentional air. A falsetto sound, especially like in a lighter chorus or a bridge, in our head voice, like we might do a lot less resistance, more air. She does that at the beginning of her song. Now she adds more resistance and gets into this chorus. She doesn't really get that much louder, and yet it's very clear, which just shows to me that she has really, really good control in her voice.
You betrayed me.
It's just so clear and resonant.
I know that you'll never feel sorry.
It's like actually mind-blowing to me right now. I've heard this song a million times. You know, Viv, can we just like link all of the Olivia Rodrigo reactions here? There's so many. I'm a really big fan. I've heard her sing live before. I think this might be the most impressed that I've been, other than young Olivia Rodrigo. Have you guys heard Olivia Rodrigo sing when she was like 8 and 14, I think I reacted to? Oh my God. Other than that, this is the most impressed. I think that that's just coming from me as a voice teacher, that like I'm super impressed by this. She just has so much control in her voice, and it's really, really beautiful. And you can tell that it feels really good to her. She is singing in a very healthy way.
But you're still a traitor.
That line always hits so hard.
Now you bring her around just to shut me down, show her off like she's a new trophy. And I know if you were true, there's no damn way that you could fall in love with somebody
so pretty
that quickly. And ain't it funny? All the twisted games, all the questions you used to avoid. Ain't it funny? Remember I brought her up and you told me I was paranoid. You betrayed me.
All right, we gotta go back.
I
brought her up. She's opening her vowels and adding more chest voice. So more thickness in her vocal cords and more resistance. So it's a stronger belt and it has a lot more depth. It's very good.
Remember I brought her up and you told me I was paranoid.
I'm seeing a tiny bit of a squeeze there on that last one. I think she's pushing through that a little bit, but that's a very, very small note. And I feel like I've got to say something that's not positive maybe. So there's something that we can work on. Olivia, you and me together at our first voice lesson.
And I know that you'll never feel sorry.
Okay, I'm so sorry to stop again, but you are going to want to hear this, okay? This is very, very important. So when she goes to betrayed, do you hear how she changes her vowel in this chorus?
You betrayed.
It's more like an ah. You betrayed me. I did not warm up for this video. I never warm up. I don't know why I say that as if like I normally do. I don't ever. But then on sorry, she narrows her vowel again.
And I know that you'll never feel sorry.
So it's like sorry. Do you hear that difference? She has a little less control on that betrayed because she widened that vowel to more of an ah, and it added more chest voice, which is what she was looking for. She wanted to belt a little bit, but a little less control. So I would actually keep that on an eh. You betrayed me. Betray versus betray. Do you hear the difference? The second one, less control. With practice, it wouldn't sound that bad, but you know what I mean? She needs to narrow her vowel there.
I know that you'll never feel sorry.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, you talked to her when we were together. Loved you at your worst, but that didn't matter. It took you 2 weeks to go off and date her. Guess you didn't cheat. You're still a traitor. Ooh, God, I wish that you had thought this through before I went and fell in love with you. Oh, when she's sleeping in the bed we made, don't you dare forget about the way you betrayed me. 'Cause I know that you.
I'm sorry, we have to stop. Oh my God, I'm covered in chills. That just made me malfunction. I love that section. I love the emotion in it. It's just so powerful. So you're seeing a lot of different sides to Olivia's voice in this song, which is fun. Like the chestier belt, the lighter kind of whispery spots on the bottom, and then she threw in her head voice right there. So head voice up there, and then she starts belting. It's a lot of chest voice there. It's very pretty. Don't you dare forget about the way you betrayed me. So there's that betrayed. It's open and it has more belt there, like in the second chorus that we were just talking about. But because she really added more oomph and more chest voice and more support, actually, it worked. I would still narrow it tiny bit towards an eh, just for her own comfort, but she made it happen that time. I really like that.
But you'll never feel sorry for the way I heard you talk to her when we were together. You gave me your word, but that didn't matter. It took you 2 weeks to go off and date her. Guess you didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor.
Okay, we have to break that down. I'm so sorry. I'm really excited about this. Actually, I'm not sorry. This is what you signed up for. Vocal Coach Reacts, and you're getting my reaction and some just great nuggets of information. Great nuggets of information. So you're welcome, actually. You're welcome.
You're still a traitor.
So here she sings, "You're still a traitor," and she opens up the vowel on the bottom to add more chest voice. Love that. As she goes up, that turns into ya. a little tight. And as she goes up, you can see this start to stretch here because she knows, like her voice knows, to get up to those top notes, we have to thin out our vocal cords. She's not changing her vowel and she wants it to be really powerful. And so it's starting to get really squeezy up there. She navigates through it successfully. She's functioning really well, but just something to listen to because we're analyzing. Do you hear how up on the top it turns into yar? You're still a traitor. You're still a traitor. There's nothing wrong with that, but something to point out.
God, I wish that you had thought this through before I went and fell in love with you.
They're in the DMV, I just realized. What an interesting location, Olivia. You look so cute. Olivia, my friend, and look at her face, like so much determination. She's like going straight to the top. I have a sip of my coffee. This mug does not look very big. Does it look big if I put it in front of my face? It's gigantic and it's perfect for the amount of coffee I like to drink every day. All right, well, there you go. Olivia Rodrigo, super talented. We all knew that. What am I bringing to the conversation? What I love to do with singers like Olivia is analyze what they're doing so that we as listeners can just be aware. Whether that means understanding a little bit more when you hear a singer and you know it's impressive. You don't have to be a voice teacher to know, like, dang, she is belting that out and it sounds so good. But we have a little extra knowledge to be like, actually now I know because my voice teacher on YouTube told me that that's like really hard because of this vowel and this whatever. And then you can appreciate it even more, you know? And with Olivia, these things that I point out where I'm like, watch how she loses a little bit of control here, or she struggles on this note, or you see a squeeze. It's never in a criticizing way. It is really just noticing. That's what's so important when we are singers, is just being aware of what's going on. It sounds so simple, but it is such a big part of the battle, is just being aware what is happening. Olivia's fantastic. She has such a beautiful instrument and so healthy, and she understands her voice really well, which is so impressive because she's so young. She's at the beginning of her career. Her vocal cords are in good shape. That's all I'm going to say. She sounds amazing. It's great. I'm going to pass the mic to Hannah on a different day to talk about today's sponsor, Squarespace. Hey nerds, ever heard of Squarespace? No? Ever heard of a website? Squarespace is a powerful online platform where you can build your own beautiful, powerful, and overall just kick-ass website. Wow, look at my website. That could be you. Squarespace does so much more than build beautiful websites. You can create a community on your website with a comment system, powerful blogging tools where you can categorize and schedule posts. And with Squarespace extensions, you can manage inventory, promote products, streamline bookkeeping, and more. You can also display posts from your social media directly to your website. That was so easy. I know, right? Connect with your audience and generate revenue through gated members-only content. Manage your members, send email communications, and leverage audience insights, all on one easy-to-use platform. Go to Squarespace. Squarespace? Oh, God. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/HannahBales for 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Your girl got you. Okay, y'all. Until next time, I'm Hannah. I'm your voice teacher, and now you're all my students. Oh, lucky you. Like and subscribe before you leave. If you enjoyed what you watched, you could, if you wanted to. You could also follow me on Instagram and TikTok, hannah.bales. And you also could check out my merch in the link in the description. And you could also drink a glass of water, you dehydrated